Okay, so I found this video on TikTok a couple of weeks ago, and I'm just now getting around to responding to it. Better late than never, huh?
All the fucking time. It's fucking ridiculous. But criminals.
Yeah, criminals break the law no matter what. Criminals get their hands on guns no matter what. Criminals kill people no matter what. The fact of the matter is that it seems like your idea of restricting firearms doesn't really work. And you go on to admit this, by the way, whether or not you realize it.
Fuck. You act like criminals outnumber fucking law-abiding citizens. They fucking don't.
That's interesting because nobody on my side of the aisle has made the argument that criminals outnumber law-abiding citizens. The fact of the matter is that your side of the aisle constantly does this. You make these ridiculous arguments that you claim my side of the aisle is making, and then you go attack these arguments to pretend like my side of the aisle is somehow stupider than your side of the aisle. And the fact of the matter is you do that because you really have nothing. In fact, if you go down every gun controller argument, it's usually a nothing burger or just completely stupid. But we'll get into that a little bit later, huh?
They go buy them in gun shops.
They go buy them in gun shops. So you mean to tell me that all the laws we have on the books with prohibited persons and background check requirements don't work? Well, if that's the case, that these laws that we have on the books that you promised were going to save lives and stop crime really aren't, why on earth should we believe you with your next promises of your next set of gun laws actually doing that? We shouldn't. Furthermore, why should we even keep those laws on the books to begin with, seeing the fact that they're really not working? I don't see any reason to.
I'm kidding you. According to ATF report, straw purchases and people who hold FFLs are the main fucking issues of why criminals get their hands on guns in the first place. They buy them.
Okay. So, yeah, basically you're saying the requirement for firearms dealers to have a license isn't stopping crime. Well, you know what? I agree. Maybe we should not have to have them have a license to sell firearms. And straw purchases, those are already illegal. If you go and purchase a gun to give to somebody who can't legally own a firearm, you're breaking the law already as is. If you are a criminal, if you are a prohibited person, I should say, and you are going to get a firearm, you are breaking the law. End of story. So with that being said, no, that purchase isn't legal. The difference is that, the FFL who's selling the firearm to the person with a clean background is not in the wrong. They're not in the legal wrong. Furthermore, they're selling a gun to a person who's knowingly straw purchasing. It's not their fault.
So people like you are literally advocating getting guns in the wrong fucking hands.
Oh, that's actually not true. That's another straw man. People like me are advocating that law-abiding citizens should not have any problems getting firearms. What we're saying is that people should not have any problems purchasing a firearm to protect themselves or stuff like that. And unless you can prove that they are dangerous, then, you really have no business telling the person they cannot own a firearm. So,
you don't see the fucking irony in it, though. I know. But what about selling weapons? It is the slimmest fucking of possibilities.
Okay, so basically what you're saying is that these safe storage laws don't even need to be in place for the states that have them because, stolen weapons aren't a thing. That's basically all you've told me here.
Happen? Yes. Is it the majority of the issue why criminals get their hands on guns? Not even fucking close. Here's the thing that crashed me even more. You guys want a perfect solution.
This is ironic coming from the side of the aisle who sits there and uses statistically insignificant events, outliers, such as mass killings as a reason to restrict the general population from owning firearms further. Your side of the aisle uses slogans like "not one more" and then pretends that my side of the aisle wants a perfect solution. My side of the aisle has said that the best idea is to reduce the restrictions, not prohibit law-abiding citizens from carrying firearms. Your side of the aisle seems to think as long as there's a single mass shooting, or as long as there's a single murder with a firearm, or a single armed robbery with a firearm, we need another gun law. Your side of the aisle is the one demanding a perfect solution, or nobody has firearms. So it's kind of rich that you're sitting there trying to paint my side of the aisle as being that way.
No perfect solution. None. It doesn't fucking exist. Will criminals be able to smuggle in fucking guns? Sure. But maybe we can agree that guns are a little bit harder to smuggle in than drugs.
Actually, there are times that criminals smuggle in a large portion of drugs. There are times that criminals are able to smuggle in a large portion of guns. Criminals can actually, if they're skilled enough, can easily make firearms by just simply going into the hardware store and buying all the parts and making them themselves. Hey, have you ever heard of the Khyber Pass? These people are using middle-aged tools to build some serious firearms. So, yeah, criminals always tend to find a way to get their hands on the tools. So the fact of the matter is we should not be restricting law-abiding citizens from being able to choose the tools that they want to protect themselves, their family, or to even exercise a hobby. Anyway, I'm done with this fucking moron. There's only 2 seconds left, I think, of this video anyway. So, thank y'all for watching. Y'all take it easy out there and have a great day. And by the way, my comment section's open.